Hello and welcome back. And in this video, we're going to create our network manager. So let's go ahead and jump onto that file, network manager. And we can create a class called network manager. Okay. And this is going to be observable object because we're going to be publishing from this. So we're going to simply say at published. Okay, add published var post. So we're gonna publish posts, and initially we're gonna define that as an empty array. Okay, then we're gonna say get news. It's gonna be our function, and this is gonna basically first of all we're gonna check if we have the URL. So we're gonna say guard let URL is equal to URL. Okay, and we're going to construct that URL from string, and this URL is going to be that URL I just told you about. It's going to be https://hn dot algolia.com algolia.com/API/v1/search tags equal to front_page. Okay, so that is going to be our URL. If we cannot cast that or create a URL out of it, we're going to return from there because there's no point moving forward from this point if we can't get the URL. Okay, then we are going to basically create our session. So we're going to say URL session dot shared dot data task. We're going to use the overload that takes URL and has a completion handler, and we're going to pass our URL here. Now in response we get data response and error back. All right, so we're gonna first check if error is nil. Otherwise we're gonna do two things. We're gonna print the error, and return. Okay, one more check we're gonna do is we're gonna say guard let response http response is equal to response as http URL response, and we're also gonna check if http response dot status code is equal to 200, right? Otherwise we're gonna return, and we're gonna simply print here invalid response. Just some checks that we are placing, and you can place more checks if you like. Now we also want to make sure that we can parse data. So we are simply gonna say guard let data is equal to data, otherwise return. And we can actually even put a print statement here as well, and we can simply say invalid data. Okay, all right, now our data is unwrapped now. So what we can do now is we can create our decoder, JSON decoder, and once we have our JSON decoder created, we are gonna wrap this in do try catch block. So do catch error dot localized description, so we know if there's any error there, and we're gonna say let results is equal to try decoder dot decode, and what we're gonna decode is gonna be basically the results dot self. Okay, because what we know is that we get this results back, right? And in case for our result, we only have hits right here. We are only taking hits into consideration. If you want to take page number of pages and hits per page and stuff like that into consideration, then add those into your results struct, and they're going to be populated as a part of this this process right here, where you are decoding data using JSON decoder. Okay, so that's what we are doing. Basically, we only have one hits, so that's gonna get populated, and we're gonna supply the data that we have unwrapped here to basically populate this results type with all the parsed objects. Okay, once we have done that, we're gonna dispatch queue. And now remember that URL session runs on another thread, a global queue, and in order to report back your response, you always want to move to the main queue. So we're gonna simply say dispatch queue.main.async, and here we're gonna take our post self.post that we have created, this post right here, and we're gonna simply say results dot hits, assign that to the post. Okay, now one important thing that we should not forget is call resume, otherwise our URL session is not gonna basically run, because URL session is always created in a suspended state. Okay, so with that, our network manager is actually complete. And next thing what we're gonna do is we're gonna go and create our UI for this in the next video. So I'll see you guys in next video. Thank you.